They forgot how to love. Maya and Liam had been married for 7 years. People said they were lucky, young, educated, working, living in a decent part of the city. Their wedding was simple, just family, friends, laughter, and promises whispered under fairy lights. Back then, love felt endless. They couldn't stop touching each other. Couldn't stop talking. Couldn't imagine ever sleeping angry, or in separate rooms, or with their backs turned. But then came life. The bills, the work calls at midnight, the emails during dinner, the tired sighs at the end of the day. They moved to a tiny 2-bedroom apartment that smelled like old wood and fresh paint. They bought cheap curtains, a second-hand couch, and dreamed of buying a house someday, maybe with a little garden for Maya's flowers and a corner for Liam's guitar. Liam worked in IT support. It paid okay, but the hours were cruel. Maya was a nurse in the city hospital, night shifts, double shifts, sometimes no sleep for 30 hours. They crossed paths in the hallway sometimes, Maya walking in just as Liam was walking out. A quick kiss on the cheek. A half-awake smile. Take care. You too. They still said I love you. But it sounded like be safe, or don't forget the groceries. They still hugged. But only when someone died in Maya's ward, or when Liam lost a client, or when the landlord raised the rent again. They were still together. But sometimes Maya felt lonelier beside him than she did when she was alone. And sometimes Liam wondered why the silence between them was so loud. They didn't fight much. They didn't have the time or energy. Their arguments were quiet, a sharp look, a slammed door, a phone left unanswered. Then it passed. Or they pretended it did. One Sunday morning, Maya woke up alone. The other side of the bed cold. She found Liam in the kitchen, staring at the floor, a cold mug of coffee in his hand. He didn't hear her come in. She watched him for a minute, the dark circles under his eyes, the lines on his forehead that didn't used to be there when he smiled at her in college. When he used to tuck wildflowers behind her ear just to make her laugh. She wanted to touch him. But she didn't. Instead, she made tea, washed the dishes, watered her dying plant by the window. That evening, she cleaned the closet. She found an old shoebox. Inside were love notes, Polaroids, dried petals from the first flowers Liam ever gave her. A ticket stub from their first movie. A scrap of paper that said, "Promise me we'll never get boring." She sat on the floor for a long time, the notes spread in her lap like pieces of a life she barely remembered. She wondered. When did they get boring? When did they get tired? When did they stop being them? That night, she made Liam's favorite dinner. Creamy pasta, garlic bread, a small slice of cheesecake. She set the table for 2. She even lit a candle. He came home late. He looked surprised to see the table. "What's this?" he asked, half smiling. Maya just said, "Sit. Eat." They ate mostly in silence. Maya asked about his day. He told her about a rude client, a broken laptop, a traffic jam. He asked about hers. She told him about a child she couldn't save. He looked down at his plate. She wanted to say, "I miss you." She wanted to scream it. But instead she said, "More bread?" That night, they lay side by side. Their backs touching, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. Liam whispered, so quietly she almost missed it, "Are we okay?" Maya didn't answer. She didn't know. One rainy evening, Liam came home soaked. He found Maya asleep on the couch. Her hair a mess, her feet cold. An old album lay open on her chest. Pictures of them on a beach. Maya's hair flying in the wind, Liam's arms around her waist, both laughing like they had forever. He sat on the floor beside her. He touched her hair. She woke up slowly, eyes red from crying. For the first time in a long time, they looked at each other, really looked. And there it was, the truth. No anger, no excuses. Just two tired, good people who forgot how to hold on. "We don't talk anymore," she said, her voice shaking. "I know. We live together but, we don't live together." "I know." Liam took her hand. His thumb brushed the back of her palm like he used to do when they waited for the bus together. When love was easy. "I don't want to lose you," he said. Maya let out a broken laugh. "Then don't." They stayed up all night. Talking. Remembering. Owning the ways they hurt each other, by not talking, by pretending, by letting work swallow them whole. They made tea at 2 a.m. They ordered cheap pizza. They laughed about how stupid they'd been. They cried about how close they came to forgetting forever. In the morning, the world was the same. The city loud. Their jobs waiting. The bills unpaid. But Maya left him a note in his lunch bag, "Come home early. Dinner. Just us." He texted her at lunch, "You're still my always." Love didn't fix overnight. They still fought about money. About laundry. About who'd buy cat food. But that Sunday, they planted a new flower in an old pot by the window. They sat on the balcony and watched it sway in the wind. Sometimes, Maya still worried. Sometimes, Liam still got lost in work. But they chose to stay. To talk. To hold on. They remembered. Love isn't lost all at once. It rests when you stop choosing it. And sometimes, remembering how to love is the bravest thing two tired people can do. Moral: love doesn't stay alive on its own. You have to feed it. Water it. Fight for it. Or you lose it while you're busy paying bills. If you felt this story, like, comment, and subscribe for more real stories that live inside everyday hearts.